Hello Taurus, welcome. This is your October general reading. This is a general reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if it resonates, that's amazing. And if it doesn't, check your own signs. See if maybe there's a message hidden in one of those readings for you, or get your own reading. I do see, Taurus, some of you are in the midst of some change or a need for change. So I think the cards are getting ready here for you, Taurus. So let's ask the universe to provide messages for the greatest and highest good for all of our Taurus for this month of October. We're looking for a general overall meaning message for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs universe. Messages for the greatest and highest good for this October for our Taurus. All right, let's see. I'm using the Osho Zen Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks. Ooh, courage. I like where this is going so far. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, Taurus. I think for many of you, you've been feeling like you've been stuck and trapped, not knowing how to move about in a situation. But many of you right now, Taurus, are really feeling strong. Like maybe you can make some of these changes that you've been wanting to make. Because there's something that's coming to an end. Something really huge that's coming to an end. But I get, you know, whatever this ending is for you, it's going to set you free. Because you've been going along, but you haven't been feeling good about how life has been treating you at the moment. You know, this card of courage, you know, you've been going along trying to find what is it going to take to make you feel good again? What is it going to take so that you feel good about your life, your home, everything, your job? Like I'm feeling like the whole package, like your world. And I think there's this real need for you to finally come into your own and put an end to whether that be a job, a relationship, something that even though you've been doing it and going through the motions, has not fulfilled you and it has not made you happy and content. For some of you, there's a relationship issue that, you know, I think you have tried to make it work in this relationship and the two of you are true soulmates. But we have lots of soulmates in our lifetime. But I think you're at a point now where you know you need to make a decision and quit just going along. And whatever this decision is that you're going to do is going to require great courage because you're tired of running away. You're really tired of running away. So let's see. What else do we have for our Taurus? Yeah, see, I get a sense of depression. Whoever you are, Taurus, I think you've been in a state of depression. I think you've been staying very quiet to yourself about a situation that you know you've had to make a decision on. And rather than make any moves, you've been just holding back. But I think some of you are starting to see that life is passing you by. And if you don't make some changes, you know, you're going to lose this. And I think you're starting to see that, you know, you want to turn your life around. So things are going to have to come to an end because you're tired of feeling alone in a world of people. You know, it's like you're feeling alone even when people are around you. See, and I think you've been in a place where you have not known how to move on, how to put an ending to maybe a relationship that you've been going along with, or how do I put an end to this job, because then what do I do if I don't have a paycheck? So I think in your mind, you've been weighing really heavy, pretending that all is well when it really is not. You know, some of you, again, this came up in the card of Aries. I always feel like this is a card of addiction. This is like somebody who is really deep in escapism, wearing a mask, not, you know, pretending that all is well when it's not. Or maybe you're hiding something from your partner or somebody that you know, and it's weighing on your mind. And I see you wanting to truly break free and start new. So I think you need to start to turn things around and start to see things from another perspective, and that could be what goes on in this month for you. You know, because it really requires you tuning into what's really the problem. Because again, I get this sense of just kind of going along because that's easy. Or you're doing the same thing that you always do because again, that's easy. You know, pushing you out of your comfort zone, that's not something I feel like you want to really do. And most Taurus that I know, like once they're in their place, they're very happy. But it's like, you know, you're going along, you know, because you don't want to make some of these changes, because I think these changes are huge. Because this end card, this is like, you know, this is like final. This is the end, like a whole cycle. You know, it's like, you know, now the decade's over and we're going to start a whole new decade. You know, so that's where you're at. It's like you're in a whole new cycle. Because I think you've been very depressed for a long time, just going along, trudging along. But I think what's held you back too is that when you do make your moves, it's going to be intense. And, you know, that could rock the boat. You know, but this is an issue from your past that you have not dealt with. And it has kept you from everything that you've ever wanted. It's even kept you from finding your faith. So I'm picking up like a Taurus that, you know, may be trapped in a situation that, how do I say? It's like, you know, if we don't talk about it, then it doesn't exist. But that's not true. You know, just because you don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not happening. You know, but something is keeping you from everything you've ever wanted. You know, and it's like, I almost get the feeling that whoever you are, Taurus, it's like, why should you believe that anything is going to change now? Because it's like you've had this run of bad luck, and maybe life has been really challenging. Maybe you've struggled your whole life. So I get this, why should I try now? You know, well, because this is exhausting, and you don't have to be alone anymore. You really don't. You can start over. End these cycles that are keeping you, this depression. I definitely pick up a depressed Taurus. And you've been really quiet because you don't want other people to really know what's going on inside of you. But that's keeping you from, you know, a lot of happiness, Taurus. And it's keeping you, look at it, it keeps you in the dark. It keeps you from living life and being free and adventurous and just really happy. So, I mean, this is a very heavy reading. You know, you've got to clear your conscience, Taurus. You know, but you have lost faith. Whoever you are, you feel like, why should you try? It's almost as if like you feel like the universe has forgotten you. The universe has not forgotten you. The universe wants you to put something to an end so that you can feel good. This card is about, you know, eclipsing something out that's keeping you from being really bright in who you are. And that has to come to an end. You know, but there's this need to change that you are resisting. This change will be really transformative. But until you do that, you're not going to feel good around anyone. Whether that be your family, your friends, your community. You know, you'd rather be alone. But that leaves you very unstable. So I think some of you, it's almost like you feel like you don't deserve to be happy. But you do. You deserve to be happy just like anybody else. All right, let's see, Taurus. What do we got for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? We have us a jumper. So, you know, you just don't understand. I almost get the feeling that you, Taurus, you just don't understand why you were dealt such a crummy card or a hand of cards. It's like life has been really challenging for you and you've been feeling really lost and alone. Like, you know, life is passing you by and you haven't been saying anything. And, you know, it's like you're feeling trapped. This card of understanding, that gate is open. That bird, its wings are flying. And everybody is there saying, come on, you can come out and play with us and be happy and join us. But there's something that's keeping you from doing that, and you're staying really quiet about it, really quiet. You know, again, I pick up this, you know, why should I? You know, it's like the universe doesn't care. God doesn't care. God doesn't love me. But they do. You know, this is something that you need to put an end to. And you know what the situation is, Taurus. You know, I'm picking up somebody who might be very severely depressed. And they're not expressing why. And some people, when they go into a state of depression, they find comfort in drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, things like that. But it really doesn't bring you any happiness. And I think that's where you're at. You want to end this cycle and change that. I think this Taurus in particular is done being depressed. You want love. You want everything. You want to find your way again is what I'm getting. So let's see what messages we have from the universe. Some clarity on this reading for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You know, see, you feel like you don't have any love around you. You know, maybe a relationship you're in has been struggling. And you're trying to figure out what your future is going to be like. You know, without having any love. Maybe you feel like nobody will ever love you. But this High Priestess sitting here, it's almost like showing you another dimension. And it's like, you know, this to me says, you don't think anybody really loves you, but you have to start with yourself. So, you know, when you finally start loving yourself, Taurus, that's when things will finally turn around. That's when you'll start to see your future. That's when you start to see what's in front of you. And it's going to take a lot of courage to make these changes. Maybe some of you need to get help. Maybe some of you, you know, need to talk to a therapist. Maybe some of you need to talk to, you know, somebody in your church. I think you need to let somebody know what is going on and why you are so depressed. Because you are feeling like the weight of the world. You're carrying the weight of the world around with you. And I don't think it's necessary, you know, and I think for many of you, your relationship, the reasons why it's not working and there's a lot of conflict is because you don't feel good about yourself. You have such low self-esteem, you know, but here, the card of the Lovers comes up twice, okay, and this is your future outcome. So I see great progress and this brightness. So if you are involved in a relationship, I think your person, whoever your person is, they really love you. They really do. And I think they want to just see you happy again. You know, the whole family wants to see you happy again. So this depressed state of you not wanting to make, you know, like not knowing how to make things work and how to end this way that you are, I think many of you just need to like kick back and rest. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Because there's so much inner conflict and you're so unhappy. You're so unhappy. You know, and again, I get a sense of like you're finding comfort in places that are not comforting you. You know, drinking and things like that. So it's up to you to decide how you want to turn things around. You know, because you... see that world out there? It's all filled with color and it's starting to ooze down upon you here. You know, it's like you want to feel good, but you need to face this depression, because that's what I keep getting. You have to really look at this depressed state that you're in and why you're in it. Oh, let's see, we have the Princess. So that's like a page. You know, I feel like something might have happened to you when you were younger. You know, like this is something that you're carrying for a while. You know, this is something where you were really hurt a long time ago and you never were able to let it go. But I feel like now, this card of Judgment, it's like you're being showered, you know, whatever it is that you need to help you move past this. Because I do see you moving past it. you don't know, maybe you need to sit still and quit running. Quit running from the core issue. You know what I mean? Like, you need to start facing your demons, Taurus, honestly. And you have all the support for this. You have everything that you need. And it's like you're always ready to hear what's not working. And I think now you need to start turning that around and start to listen to like what really will work. What can you do to make this depression that you have come to an end? So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helped you, because I feel how heavy you've been feeling. But there's some really good cards if you just quit running from the core issue of what's going on and really face your fear. Really look at yourself and give yourself, some credit, because you deserve love. And that's what this high priestess is saying. This high priestess is trying to show you, what's not working, what's keeping you from really feeling good about yourself. So that's what I've got for you, Taurus. I hope this resonated. If it did, that's amazing. If not, tune in to one of the other readings. I sure would appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button, that like button. Yeah, and leave a comment if this resonated or if it didn't. I'd just like to hear your feedback. So until the next reading, Taurus, blessed be. Bye now.